Welcome back. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on NewsX. Our big focus continues to remain on the assembly elections in West Bengal, Assam, Kerala, Puducherry, and of course Tamil Nadu, where of course the polling has concluded. The wait for the results, of course, is continuing. The results will be out on the 4th of May. But for now, with today's Chanakya also releasing its exit poll results for these states that have, of course, gone to the hustings, the battle for the states is shaping up to be increasingly interesting ahead of counting day on the 4th of May. From the BJP wresting victory from the TMC to Vijay's TVK emerging as a major disruptor in Tamil Nadu, the exit polls have certainly made some very interesting predictions. All eyes are now set on the final verdict. Well, let's take you through now the final poll of polls on NewsX with the latest exit poll that has also come out. We've, of course, compiled all the latest numbers for you and averaged them out. So let's show you what's the exit polls saying. So here you have it. Let's begin with West Bengal, where clearly, of course, as you know, the halfway mark is 148 out of a total assembly strength of 294. And this is what the various agencies are projecting. So let's begin with Chanakya Strategies. Chanakya Strategies is giving the state to the BJP 150 to 160 seats. They project for the BJP, 130 to 140 for the TMC, 0 for Congress, 6 to 10 for others. PMark, meanwhile, is also projecting that the BJP is winning this state with 150 to 175 seats. 118 to 138 is what they're giving the Trinamool Congress. 2 to 6 is where they're giving the Congress, and 0 for others. Poll Diary is projecting that it is the BJP again that is going to be winning the West Bengal state election. 142 to 171 is what they're giving the BJP. 99 to 127 is what they're giving the TMC. 3 to 5 Congress, 2 to 4 others. Meanwhile, Matriz has this to say. Matriz is giving a neck-to-neck fight, but Matriz is giving the slight edge to the BJP, 146 to 161. They are also saying that the TMC will win between 125 to 140 and others will stand at 6 to 10. The Congress will draw a blank according to them. JVC, meanwhile, is saying that it is really neck to neck. They are obviously projecting a hung house. As you can see, JVC is saying it's going to be a hung assembly, and they're giving the slight edge to the BJP. 138 to 159 is where they see the BJP getting. 131 to 152 is their projection for the TMC. 0 to 2 for Congress, 0 to 2 for others. Now let's tell you about what People's Pulse is saying. People's Pulse is giving the state to the TMC. They are projecting that the Trinamool Congress will win West Bengal. They're giving 177 to 187 to the TMC, 95 to 110 to the BJP, 1 to 3 to Congress, and 0 to 2 for others. Meanwhile, People's Insight has this to say. People's Insight is again saying it's going to be very neck to neck, but they are also giving the slight edge to the BJP. They are saying BJP will get between 144 to 154. In West Bengal, 138 to 150 is where they see the TMC ending up, and 0 to 1 is what they're giving the Congress, with 0 to 4 for others. Meanwhile, today's Chanakya, the latest exit poll to come out, is giving the state pretty overwhelmingly to the BJP. 181 to 203 is their projection for the BJP. 89 to 111 is where they put the TMC, 0 for Congress, and 0 to 4 for others. Now, if we add all these up and average them out, well, the poll of polls, what does it say for West Bengal? Well, the poll of polls is clearly indicating that it is the BJP projected to win West Bengal with 155 seats. That is past the halfway mark. 135 is what the poll of polls gives the TMC, 1 seat for Congress, and 3 for others. Now let's go across to Tamil Nadu. Let's take you through the projections for Tamil Nadu. The halfway mark there is 118 to 34 total strength of the assembly. People's Pulse is giving the state to the DMK combine. 125 to 145 seats is what they're giving DMK plus. 65 to 80 to AIDMK plus. 18 to 24 to TVK. 2 to 6 for others. PMark also is giving the state to the DMK combine. 125 to 145 is what they are giving them. 65 to 85 for AIDMK. 16 to 26 for TVK, and 1 to 6 for others. Meanwhile, Matriz has this to say. They're giving the slight edge to the DMK combine. They're giving them 122 to 132. That is in a comfortable space to form government. 87 to 100 their projection for AIDMK alliance. 10 to 12 TVK. 0 to 6 for others. Chanakya Strategies, meanwhile, is giving 145 to 160 to the DMK alliance, so comfortable majority. 50 to 65 to AIDMK combined, 0 to TVK, and they're giving others 18 to 26. Meanwhile, JVC has this to say. JVC is giving the state, interestingly, to the AIDMK plus. So they are giving AIDMK alliance the win in Tamil Nadu with 128 to 147. 75 to 95 is their projection for the DMK alliance, 8 to 15 for TVK, and 0 for others. Vote Vibe, meanwhile, is also giving the slight edge to AIDMK combine, although they're giving it a hung assembly. Vote Vibe believes it's going to be a hung assembly. In Tamil Nadu, they're giving the slight edge to the AIDMK alliance, 114 to 124. 103 to 113 is where they leave the DMK plus, 4 to 10 for TVK, 0 for others. Meanwhile, People's Insight is also giving the state to DMK alliance, 120 to 140 seats. 60 to 70 is their projection for AIDMK alliance. 30 to 40 is a sizable number that they're giving for the TVK, and 0 to 4 for others. Meanwhile, Axis My India, of course, Axis My India is projecting that it's going to be a hung assembly in Tamil Nadu, so they're also projecting a hung assembly, but interestingly, they're giving the single largest figure to the TVK. 98 to 120 is what they project for the TVK, 92 to 110 is what they project for the DMK alliance, and 22 to 32 for the AIDMK, with others scoring 0 in their exit poll. Today's Chanakya, the latest coming out, is giving the state to the DMK alliance. 114 to 136 is their projection for the DMK combine. 35 to 46 is where they believe the AIDMK combine will end up. They're giving the TVK also quite a sizable number. 52 to 74 is what they believe Vijay will win, and 0 to 2 for others. So if we average it out and add it all up, it is just about the DMK which is winning the state. So DMK projected to win Tamil Nadu according to the poll of polls average with 122 seats. 77 is where the AIDMK alliance will end up according to poll of polls. 31 seats is where the TVK will end up according to poll of polls, and 4 for others. Now going across down south to Kerala, where do things stand in Kerala according to the poll of polls? Well, Matriz is of course giving the state to the UDF. 70 to 75 seats is what they project for UDF. LDF 60 to 65. Meanwhile, 3 to 5 for NDA. 2 to 4 for others. Just a quick update for you, 140 the total strength there, 71 is the halfway mark. So according to this exit poll, at least Matriz UDF is crossing the halfway mark. People's Pulse has this to say, 75 to 85 seats for UDF. They are also giving the state to the Congress, 55 to 65 their projection for LDF, 0 to 3 for NDA, 0 for others. Axis My India is projecting again a win for the UDF in Kerala. 78 to 90 seats is their projection, 49 to 62 for LDF, 0 to 3 for BJP, and 0 for others. Chanakya strategy meanwhile also gives the edge to the UDF, beg your pardon. 72 to 80 is what they give the UDF there, 58 to 64 for the LDF, 0 for BJP, 3 to 7 for others. Bharat Pulse meanwhile is also giving the state to the Congress. 89 to 99 is their projection for the UDF, 29 to 33 for the LDF, 12 to 14 for the BJP, so quite a substantial total there, and 1 to 3 for others. PMark meanwhile is projecting that it is going to be again the UDF that is winning Kerala, 71 to 79 their projection, 60 to 69 for LDF, 0 to 3 for BJP, and 0 for others. JVC also projecting UDF is winning there, 72 to 84 is what they're giving them, 50 to 61 for the LDF, 3 to 7 for the BJP, and 0 for others. The latest exit poll, today's Chanakya, is interestingly saying that it is going to be a hung assembly in Kerala. So they're giving no alliance the majority, but they're saying the single largest alliance will be the UDF with 60 to 78 seats. 55 to 73 is where they project the LDF to end up. 3 to 11 is what they're giving the BJP, and 0 to 1 is what they're giving others. If we add them up and average it up, the poll of polls is projecting for Kerala that it is going to be the UDF that will win the election. The poll of polls average for the UDF 78, that is comfortably past the halfway mark. 57 is the poll of polls average for the LDF, 4 is the poll of polls average for the BJP, and 1 is the poll of poll average for others. Now let's go across to Assam. What is the picture emerging in Assam in the exit polls? Let's tell you. 126, the total strength of the assembly in Assam, the halfway mark, to get a majority is 64. Axis My India projecting clear majority for BJP. 88 to 100 is what they're giving BJP, 24 to 36 what they're giving Congress, and others will get 0 according to them. People's Insight also gives the state to the BJP. 88 to 96 is what they project, 30 to 34 for the Congress, and 2 to 4 for others. Meanwhile, PMark has this to say, 82 to 94 for BJP alliance, 30 to 40 for the Congress. They say 1 to 5 for others. Meanwhile, Metris has this to say, 85 to 95. Again, their projection, BJP is winning Assam, 85 to 95 seats, 25 to 32 for the Congress, 6 to 12 for others. JVC, again projecting it's the BJP alliance that is winning Assam, 88 to 101 their projection, 23 to 33 for the Congress combined, 2 to 5 for others. What is Bharat Pulse saying? Bharat Pulse also giving the state of Assam to the BJP. Their exit poll is giving them 91 to 99 seats, 22 to 23 to 30 to the Congress, 4 to 5 to others. Meanwhile, Poll Diary has this to say, 86 to 101. They're giving overwhelming majority to the BJP in Assam as well. 15 to 26 is their projection for the Congress, and their projection for others is 3 to 7. Vote Vibe again hands the state to the BJP, 90 to 100 their projection for them. 23 to 33 is their projection for the Congress, and 0 to 6 is where they believe others will end up. The latest now, today's Chanakya, they're giving it a landslide. They're giving it a landslide election. Their projection is 93 to 111 for the BJP in Assam. 14 to 34 is where they believe the Congress will end up. Disastrous showing according to them. Their projection 0 to 2 is where others will be. So average it up. What is the result of the exit poll for Assam? Well, the exit poll and the poll of polls is projecting that it is going to be the BJP that will win Assam with 94 seats according to the poll of polls. Congress is winning 28 according to the poll of polls, and 4 for others. So those, of course, are the projections, the total poll of polls, the final numbers for you according to the exit polls. Now, of course, we will shift to the 4th of May to get you the exact poll results. But for now, to decode the exit polls, we have a special panel joining us live. Tina Sharma is with us on the broadcast, political analyst. We also have Nilanjan Das, State General Secretary, IT and Social Media Wing for the All India Trinamool Congress, and Gautam Mukherjee, senior journalist, also joins us on the broadcast. Let me make a start with you first, Nilanjan Das. Let's decode West Bengal first with you. According to the poll of polls, it's the BJP that's winning. What do you make of this finding? And the latest today's Chanakya poll, which in fact predicts not just a win but a sweep for the BJP, Nilanjan.
Well, I think all these pollsters had predicted similar kind of results in 2021 as also in 2024, and every time they show that TMC is losing in Bengal because this is what their agenda is. So they just want to show that BJP is coming to power so that BJP can consolidate its workforce in the state, so that they get polling agents on the 4th of May. So that is their actual agenda. So I don't believe any of these exit polls, whatever numbers they may like to show. I think we have worked with the people. The people of Bengal have seen Mamata Banerjee's work for the last 15 years. They have seen how the central government led by the BJP had time and again behaved in a stepmotherly manner with the state of Bengal. They have, kept a lot of our funds due, and so the people of Bengal are going to take the actual revenge. They have already taken it, and we have to wait for the 4th of May to see the actual results. And let me tell you that if this Godi pollsters were showing that TMC is winning, I would actually be worried.
No, but this is Nilanjan Das, this is very convenient. You know, if something doesn't suit you, you call it Godi.
No, it's not about me.
I'm sorry. But there are two exit polls. There are two exit polls. Nilanjan Das, there are two exit polls which are projecting a win for the TMC. There are two exit polls which are projecting a win for the TMC. Will you also call them names? Will you also call them names? Will you also call them names? We are putting those polls also out. We are putting those polls also out. Will you call those polls also names?
No, I'm not naming anyone. I think we have seen the credibility of most of these pollsters. We have seen, and this time even Access My India that showed 400 seats for the BJP in 2024. They have not released their numbers this time, fearing jail in 2029.
No. They are saying the voter is silent in West Bengal.
Yes. So if the voter is silent, on what basis? Even before the voting ended, in some areas the voting ended at around 9 p.m. and they started showing this.
No, but that is what access feels. Maybe the other pollsters have got it right. We'll find out on the 4th of May. We'll find out on the 4th of May.
They can show whatever number. Let them win for this 4 days. You just have 4 days left. Let BJP enjoy. Let BJP eat a lot of laddus for this 4 days. And then we are going to play the DJ on the 4th of May.
Okay. What is your projection? If you believe these exit polls are all wrong, what is your projection?
Thank you for asking this question. I think TMC is getting around 220 to 230. BJP will come down to below 50. This is what my assessment is. I have visited a lot of districts in Bengal. I have visited at least 7 districts. I've gone campaigning for my party and I've seen the people's mood is with TMC and the people want to punish the BJP. They want to reject the BJP.
Okay, let me get in Gautam Mukherjee now, who's also joining the broadcast. Gautam, since we've begun with West Bengal with Niranjan, why don't you, start with West Bengal as well? What do you make of the exit polls and the poll of polls findings for the state of West Bengal? We've averaged it out now. The latest today's Chanakya is giving a sweep to the BJP, but the poll of polls average also is giving them numbers that will help them cross the halfway mark. Do you believe the poll of polls? Are you going with the sentiment that they are conveying? Or do you agree with Niranjan Das?
I think the BJP will form the government with about 155 odd seats.
Well, that's what the poll of polls average is. That's the exact average that the poll of polls is saying, 155.
Yeah, I've been saying this for months. When you had your first survey, I think it was almost a month ago. I've been saying this exact numbers, 155 odd for BJP, 130 odd for the TMC. It could go, a few seats up and down for both. A total sweep would mean a split in the Muslim vote, which I doubt. The Muslim vote is going to give Mamata Banerjee at least 100 and something seats. And that is why that is the core TMC voter. And even after taking 1 crore almost fake voters out by the SIR exercise, the Muslim voter will vote solidly for TMC, though there is some talk of a split in the Muslim vote. But I don't see the split coming to BJP. It may be some of the other people who are in the fray like AIMIM, Kabir, and so on. But bottom line, BJP will form the government with a majority quite comfortably.
Okay. You do believe that the first phase was extremely good for them, that means, Gautam, and the second has also helped them, where they are kind of doing all right, even in the second phase, which was always meant to be a tough phase for the Bharatiya Janata Party?
Yeah, look, it's pointless comparing the earlier assembly elections involving the TMC because they were highly compromised because of the administration, the police, the courts, the intimidation.
But all of that is changed now. All of that is changed now. All of that is changed now, Corey. Okay, let's get in Tina Sharma. Let's get in Tina Sharma. Gautam, I'm coming back to you. Gautam, I'm coming back to you. Tina Sharma also wanting to come in. I'm coming back to you. Tina Sharma also with us waiting patiently. Let's allow her to come in as well. Tina Sharma, what do you make of these exit poll projections? The poll of polls, of course, numbers are in for West Bengal, for all the states. Very interesting findings. Your interpretation.
So 2026 assembly elections have emerged as a watershed moment in Indian politics, particularly in the high stakes battleground of West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. In fact, projections from today's Chanakya, I strongly feel that the numbers are very correct, very very correct. If we compare or combine the polls together, exit polls together, I would say that BJP would get 145 plus seats, and they're making inroads to West Bengal for sure. There are multiple reasons for it. I don't have to make a count of that here right now, but I strongly feel that the saffron wave for Hindus has worked for them strongly. And comparing to last election, they've already marked dent on Mamata Banerjee. Mamata Banerjee has lost for certain reasons, though I could hear Nilanjan Das not accepting the fact, but that's okay. Every party says that way, and if he says that BJP will not get agents for polling booth on 4th of May, he is completely wrong. He's mistaken, because BJP has the most powerful, strengthened organization in the world. I've seen how they work on the ground. I've seen the full the full machinery from all these states has worked in West Bengal, and there's no denying the fact. Nilanjan, I think you should keep your laugh for 4th of May, where you'll be joining BJP soon. If not, then that's your call, but just a suggestion, because I feel that it's a Semitic shift.
Okay, there's an open offer. There's an open offer, Nilanjan Das. There's an open offer there. Are you going to consider joining the BJP?
As long as,
like Raghav Chadda and many others have done a few days ago? Nilanjan Das.
It continues to present a more complex, multipolar challenge to the Saffron Party. That I can say.
Nilanjan Das?
Well, yeah, actually, BJP has not been able to give, polling agents in all the booths of the state. So this is point number one. They are talking about
This
organization.
time TMC goons have not worked well. Sorry, Nilanjan, accept the fact. It's a ground report.
Okay,
Nilanjan,
thank you,
I heard your parliamentarian speaking yesterday on this channel itself around this time. He was not accepting the fact. Let's come closer to the.
Okay. I'm accepting that we are going to lose this election, and on 4th of May you will have to smell the coffee, and you will be eating crow. Okay. So, and since I actually loved your suggestion of me joining the BJP, I would think about it. I will definitely think about it.
Okay.
I would actually wait for all this.
Yes, well, we are going to wait. We are going to wait.
Come and join.
We are going to wait.
That's on the lighter note.
We are going to wait for we are going to wait. One second. Let's quickly. Let me interject here because we are now going to shift our focus. We are now going to shift our focus to the vote share as well. I'm interjecting here, please. Let's pause. Let's pause for a second. I'm moving to the vote share. Let's take a look at the poll of polls. Next finding, of course, now on the vote share as well. What is the vote share projection for West Bengal? So the vote share projection for West Bengal is this. According to the poll diary, the TMC, of course, winning the state. They're projected to get 48.02% according to the poll diary poll. 37.97% is where they believe the BJP will end up. The vote share, 2.93% is the vote share for the Congress, 11.08% the vote share for others. Meanwhile, Metris has this to share. Metris, of course, is giving the slight edge to the BJP. They believe the BJP will end up with a vote share of 42.5%. 40.8% is where they peg the TMC, and 16.7% is what they give for others. People's Insight, meanwhile, also is giving the slight edge to TMC. They are saying 44.88% is going to be the vote share of the TMC, and 42.25% is going to be the vote share of the BJP. 3.17% their projection for the Congress, 9.7% their projection for others. Today's Chanakya, of course, has given the state to the BJP. They are projecting 48% for the BJP vote share, 38% for TMC, 14% for others. If we do the maths and average it up, well, it is neck to neck. It is neck to neck, and because a lot of the poll of polls haven't provided vote share, you can clearly see it is a TMC which has the slight edge as far as the vote share of the poll of polls is concerned, with 42.92%. 42.68% is the poll of polls vote share for the BJP, 1.6% for Congress, and 12.87% for others. Let's quickly move across now to Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is where the PMark is projecting the DMK to get 36% vote share. 31% is their projection for AIDMK, 23% for TVK, 10% for others. Matriz is projecting a vote share of DMK for 40.3%, 37.1% is where they believe the AIDMK combined will end up. Vote share wise, 17.5% is their vote share projection for the TVK, and 5.1% the vote share projection for others. Axis My India is saying DMK combined will get 35% vote share. Interestingly, they're giving equal vote share to the TVK, also 35%. 23% is their vote share projection for AIDMK plus, 7% the projection for others. Today's Chanakya, today of course has given DMK combined 39% vote share, 30% is their projection for TVK, 27% for AIDMK, 4% for others. And now if we average it all out, well, the poll of polls clearly of course gives the edge to the DMK with 37.5% vote share, 29.5% vote share projection for AIDMK plus, 26.3% the projection for TVK, 6.5% for others. Remember, this 26.3% is very interesting because this is the first election that the TVK is of course contesting. Let's move on. Kerala, here are the vote share projections according to the exit polls. Matriz is projecting UDF to be 41.7%, 39.5% is their projection for LDF, vote share wise 13.4% for NDA and 5.4% for others. Axis My India is projecting 44% vote share for UDF, 39% vote share for LDF, 14% for NDA and 3% for others. PMark projects 39% for UDF, neck to neck 38% for LDF, 15% for NDA, 8% for others. Today's Chanakya projects UDF 40% vote share, 38% LDF, 20% NDA and 2% others. If we average it out, well, poll of polls average gives a slight edge to UDF, 41.1% vote share, poll of polls 38.6% for LDF, 15.6% for NDA. This is also very interesting. Remember, BJP's vote share, NDA's vote share rising according to these exit polls, quite a sizable figure there, 4.6% for others meanwhile. Now we go across to Assam, where of course it's a pretty clear victory according to the exit pollsters for the BJP. But what is the vote share projection? Axis My India pegs the BJP to get 48% vote share, 38% for Congress, 14% for others. PMark is giving BJP 44% vote share, 38% for Congress, 18% for others. Matriz is giving BJP 45.5%, 39.8% vote share for Congress, 14.7% vote share for others. Poll Diary is projecting 47.10% for BJP, 38.49% for Congress and 2.84% for others. Today's Chanakya meanwhile is saying it's 50%, huge vote share for the BJP, 38% for Congress, 12% for others. Average it out, well, a clear edge to BJP for 46.9%, poll of polls vote share for them, 38.4% for Congress and 12.3% for others. So that is of course the vote of the poll of polls for the vote share. Yes, Nilanjan, you wanted to come back in, go ahead.
Saying that TMC has got a steady vote share of 45%, and this time it's going to be around 45 to 48%, and the BJP is going to come down to below 38%. So that's how I see it. BJP is not crossing 50 and TMC is going to about 220 to 30. So this is our assessment, and another panelist, Mr. Gautam Mukherjee, was saying that 1 crore fake voters have been out. So, sir, of that, about 60 lakhs were ASDD voters that have been out in the draft list. And then through this logical discrepancy thing, whatever, because the EC was not getting logic in its head, so they asked people to come out and show their documents.
Okay. I want to expand it a bit. Gautam Mukherjee, I want to expand it a bit. Gautam Mukherjee, what do you make of the poll of polls findings? What do you make of the poll of polls findings? Please, let's mute. Please, I have to mute you now. Let's mute Nilanjan. Nilanjan Das has to be muted. Thank you. Please mute him. Please mute him. Thank you. Please mute Nilanjan now. Thank you. I hardly have time. I hardly have time. I need to get in everyone. Please, let's be patient. Gautam Mukherjee, let's now expand it a bit. Let's talk about Assam as well. Overwhelming exit poll projections for BJP. Do you agree with that? Tamil Nadu, overwhelming projections for DMK. However, one or two giving it a hung house. Kerala, overwhelming projections for UDF. Do you agree? Except one giving it a hung assembly.
Well, in Assam, I have no doubt that the BJP under Sarma is going to win. The numbers are a little up and down depending on the poll that you're looking at. But just his performance over the last 5 years and the 5 years before that as deputy to Sonowal has impressed the Assam voter. So he and the NDA will win. He's also done a lot of work throwing out illegal immigrants, capturing the land that they had occupied, and so on. So that is not in any doubt. In Tamil Nadu, it's very interesting that it is possible, in my opinion. I've always projected TVK with 40 seats. And like I said, about a month or whatever it was that you took your first poll, estimates from so-called experts like me. I said 40 seats for the TVK. I think he will certainly get that. It is possible that the TVK and the AIA-DMK will collaborate to form the government and unseat Stalin. Though Stalin is projected in many cases with a slight edge, I think he's going to be unseated. In Kerala, UDF is welcome to come in, and that will be the end of the last bastion of the communists, which is
But do you see it? Do you see things getting hung, or do you believe it's going to be a clear win for the UDF?
No, it is going to be a clear win for the UDF.
Okay. But you do believe possibly it could be hung in Tamil Nadu, where you said interestingly it could be the AIDMK and TVK who could form government together. Okay, we'll be tracking this very, very closely for our viewers. We're out of time for the time being. My thanks to our guests for joining us.